Hello, sixth grade cowboys and cowgirls. This is lesson 4.3 on applying multiplication and division of rational numbers. What this amounts to is how you multiply fractions times decimals. So our first example is each part of a multi-part question on a social studies test is worth the same number of points. The whole question is worth 37 5/10 points, or 37.5 points. Roz got 1/2 of the parts of the question correct. How many points did Roz receive? Solve the problem in two different ways. So the first way, or solution one, is to convert the decimal to a fraction. So if you take 37 5/10 and convert it to a fraction, that's 37.5. So if you take 37.5, oh, that's 3.5. Okay, let's make this 37.5. There we go. And you convert this to an improper fraction. Again, 2 times 37 is 74, plus 1 is 75, and you keep the same denominator of 2. So now you have 1/2 times 75 over 2. So you multiply the numerator, you get 74, multiply the denominators, you get 4, and then you divide this to, let's go ahead and show how that works. 75 divided by 4. 4 goes into 7 one time. 1 times 4 is 4. Subtract, you get 3. Bring down your 5. And that goes 8 times, which is 32. Subtracting, you get 3. So there's your numerator and there's your denominator. So you have 18, which shows here, and 3/4. So your answer again, 18 3/4. Now, this way we're going to convert the fraction to a decimal and multiply the two decimals together. So we know that 1/2, when you actually divide it, top dog in the house, decimal here, 0. So 2 goes into 1, 0 times. 2 goes into 10, 5 times. So 1/2 is 5/10. So 5/10 times 37.5. So you take 37.5 times 5/10. Remember how we did that? 37 5/10 times 5/10. Again, you ignore the decimal. We're just going to multiply 375 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Here are your 2. 5 times 7 is 35, and 2 is 37. 5 times 3 is 15, and 3 is 18. You have one number to the right of the decimal here, and one number to the right of the decimal there, for a total of 2. So your answer should have 2 to the right of the decimal, so 18.75 points. Okay. All right, let's look at another example down here. It says Serena charges $6.50 an hour to walk dogs. She worked 5 hours last week and 9.5 hours this week. How much did she make altogether in the last 2 weeks? So $6.50 an hour. She worked 5 hours last week and 9, so we need to add those 2 hours together. So again, make sure you line your decimals up when you're adding. So that's a total of 14.5 hours times $6.50. So we'll do that over here. So 650 times 14.5. Again, you don't have to line the decimals up, just line the numbers up. Ignore the decimals to the end. So we got 0 here. 5 times 5 is 25. Carry 2. 6 times 5 is 30, and 2 is 32. Put a 0 in your 1 spot. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 5 is 20. Carry your 2. 1 times 6 and 2 is 8. 0 in your 1s. 0 in your 10s. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 6 is 6. Add all this up. You get 2. You get 11. 5 is 16. Carry 1 is 7. So how many decimal places? Let's see, you got 2 here and 1 here for a total of 3. So your number should have 3 to the right. So this becomes $76.25. $76.25 is how much she made altogether in the last 2 weeks. We'll do a few more word problem examples. So let's look at the, let's just look at number 2. Bob and Cheryl are taking a road trip that is 188.3 miles. Bob drove 5/7 of the total distance. How many miles did Bob drive? I preferably would like to use decimals. So let's convert this fraction to a decimal. So again, top dog in the house, put a decimal here, and you're going to keep dividing until you get a remainder of 0. Decimal straight up in your answer. That's 0. 7 times 7 is 49. Subtract, you get 1. So again, we'll keep adding zeros as needed. Bring down your 0, that's 10. That goes 1 time, which is 7. And bring down another 0. You get 7 times 4 is 28. Subtract to get 2. Goodness. Okay. Keep bringing down zeros. 20. So 7 times 2 through 2 is 14. And keep bringing down zeros. Oh, wait, that's 6, yeah. 7 times 8 is 56. Man. Okay. Did I mess up somewhere along the line here? That's 40. So 7 times 5 is 35. And it's going to repeat. Wow. Why would they do that? Whew. Let's just move on to the next one. All right. Says the winner of a raffle received 3/4 of the money raised from the raffle ticket sales. The raffle raised $530.40. How much money will the winner of the raffle get? Okay. So let's take 3/4. Top dog it. Hopefully this one will be a little bit better. Decimal straight up in your answer. 0 times 4 times 7 is 28. Subtract to get 2. Add a 0. Bring it down. That's 5. That's a little better. Okay. So 75 3/4 is 0.75. So we're going to divide 530. Oh, sorry. It's off the screen. So here's where that division was. And you get 0.75. All right. So let's go $530.40 divided by 0.75. Again, you have to make this a whole number. So you had to move it 2 places. So you got to move it 2 places there. So now it's 53,040 divided by 75. So your decimal goes here. So 75 won't go into 5. It won't go into 53. It'll go into 530. Let's see. 7 times 7 is 49. Probably 6 times maybe. 6 times 5 is 35. Carry your 3. 42 and 3 is 45. Subtract. So that's 5. 12 minus 7. So that would have went even. Okay, so it goes in even 7 times. No, it won't. What in the world? Let's try that again. 6 times 5 is 30. Carry your 3. 6 times 7 is 42. 3 is 45. Subtract 0. Okay. 13 minus 5 is 8. So it does go 7 times. Okay. Let's try that again. 7. 7 times 5 is 35. Carry your 3. 7 times 7 is 49. And 3 is 42. Regroup. You get 10 minus 5 is 5. Bring down your 4. That won't go. Go 0 times. Bring down your 0. So 540. Let's say 7 times, 8 times. I'm thinking 8 times 7 is 56. That's too big. So 7 times again. So 7 times 5 is 35. Carry your 3. 7 times 7 is 49. And 3 is 52. Subtract. Regroup. 10 minus 5 is 5. 3 minus 2 is 1. So let's bring it down to 0. And then this number will go to the right of the decimal. So if you go 7 into 15 goes 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10. 7 times 2 is 14. 1 is 15. And subtract, you get 0. So 707.2 would be your answer. So $707.20. So this concludes our lesson on applying multiplication and division of rational numbers.